And we are live in 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's good to see you again. Let's get right into it and make my character with Rnjesus I've talked about in the first 2 videos. In my last video, I went through the process of how the character creation works and a little bit about the classes and specs and everything. For every step in that video, I'm going to use a website I found and roll a die 10 times, and whatever it selects for the final roll is what we're going to go with. I just thought it'd be a fun way to bring in some random chance to this. So we go to create our character. We've got a choice of either Guardians or Defiance for the faction. Let's see. Change this to a 2-sided die. Guardians is going to be 1. Defiance is going to be 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going Defiant. Oh, I could have just told it to roll 10 times. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So now I've got a choice of male or female character. Males will be 1, females will be 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to female character. So I'll change this to a 3-sided die for the races. F is going to be 1, Kalari is going to be 2, Bami is going to be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going F. This is a great choice. I love their active racial that increases their movement speed by 15% or 50% for 15 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown out of combat. Even though I'm going to get the mount at level 1 with the patron that I'll talk about in the next video, it's nice to have this ability on demand. So now I'm going to change this to a 5-sided die to pick the class or calling. Warrior is going to be 1, Cleric is 2, Mage is 3, Rogue is 4, and Primalist is 5. I'm hoping I get Primalist because it works a lot different than all of the rest of the classes in the game. But then again, this game might be different than your experience altogether, so that doesn't matter. I just think the Primalist is really cool. But again, like I said in the last video, it does not come with the game when you first install it. You need to get that separately if you want it. There is no need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going Mage this time. I just messed out on Primalist. But that was the rule I set for this. Whatever the final roll was is the one we're going to get. So we're rolling a Mage. For the purpose or specialization, I talked about in the last video how it doesn't really matter because once I zone into the world, there's going to be a lot more choices I can pick from. And if I happen to roll and get a support, they might not be as strong to level solo. They might be very strong, I don't know that. But I would prefer to play one of the DPS specs for leveling because I'll be on my own through pretty much all of it. I'll find some people in game, but I'm not going to run any dungeons or anything with anybody. So we'll skip this for now. Go right to the looks. So the other thing I'm going to do is spam the random look button 10 times, and then the random name button 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got our girl here. It's a shorter girl for the race. Got some fancy purple hair. Oh, got makeup that matches. Oh, they did a pretty good job in this one. Oh, I guess I can turn off that. We're not using that anymore. For any game that I've been able to change the name I usually do that last unless I have a very particular name in mind. So let's just keep the random 10s going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jambata. Jambata, the Eth Mage. When you click next, the opening cinematic will play for each faction. If you want to check out the Guardians video, that's on YouTube, but I'm not going to be covering that in this video series. And just like the cinematic in last video, I'm not going to talk over it. And this time I'll take the webcam off.
We couldn't stop them. Without Ascended, we just weren't strong enough. I wasn't strong enough. The Guardians branded us heretics, destroyed our machines, and left us helpless against what was coming. Invaders from the rifts swept through the world like a plague. They crushed the Guardians, and then all of Talara fell before them. In their wake came the most ancient of evils. Regulus, the Destroyer. With no one left to stand before him, he devoured everything. But there is one last hope. We survivors have made our stand and successfully engineered a new Ascended. You are our masterpiece, Defiant. The fate of Talara rests on your shoulders. You must not fail.
Use the WASD key.
So I'm going to set up the UI, and that's going to be the last things I'll do for this video. First thing I'll do is go into Interface and Help. Turn off tutorial tips, because she's going to keep talking to me, and it's just kind of annoying. It might not be for you if it's the first time seeing it, but I can explain all that stuff just as well. That thing in the bottom is just going to keep pinging with different achievements. Every time you log into Zone as your new character, you get the same achievements. You don't get anything from it, I don't think. You probably do, actually, now that I think about it. I'll show the name. No, I don't need to show the name. I'll put my nameplate on. Colors. Oh yeah, I don't mess with the colors. For the nameplates, I'm going to turn them always on for everything. Miscellaneous. Do I change anything here? Combat. Help, I already turned that off. For the action bars, you can have up to 7 on the bottom and 4 on the right. This seems like an awful lot to have, but maybe you need all of those keybinds for different things. It's a little bit overkill and for what I'm going to be using it with. So I like to set 3 on the bottom and 2 on the right. With macros and everything, I think this should be just about right, but who knows, I might change that up. There are some add-ons you can get that can change the UI and have different raid frames and probably damage meters, but I never used them when I was playing the game, and I want to show you what it's like if you just zoned right into it and just give you the pure picture of everything. In social, I always turn enable profanity filter off, because even though the chat is covered, I don't want any, if someone says anything edgy or anything like that, because there are some interesting people who play this game and use it as a chat box. Seeing star on things just looks awkward to me. Either a full cuss or don't, in my opinion. But I can understand why someone might want that to be covered as well, too. For status text, you notice on my on the top left of my character there, all these numbers are gonna keep popping up. I like having them on there. Some people don't, but when I was playing WoW a lot, there might be some bosses and everything that trigger certain mechanics at certain percentages of their health So it's just a lot easier for me to see that. I'd rather have slightly more than slightly less. For the mouse at 800 DPI on 2, the default, this is still way too fast for me. I don't know what some game developers are thinking when they can set max sensitivity to this. Like for this, I'm barely moving the mouse, and it's just way too twitchy for me. So for me, 800 DPI, I drop it down to 1. And that's a lot better for my preferences. But maybe you like it on 10. I find it an outrageous setting, but that's just me. Just double check these things. Display camera. Screen messages. Oh, why not? Let's turn them all on. For video, it doesn't take a lot to run this game, since it is kind of an older engine for everything. When I was first playing on the game, I had like a $400 laptop, and it ran most things on high, so your computer isn't going to struggle at all unless, well, I say that, someone's computer's probably going to struggle a lot. Set my keybinds here. Should have found a way to have them saved. There we go. For those keybinds, they don't seem to show up until you put an ability on there. Maybe there's a setting I overlooked. But that's all I got for you for this video. I wanted to keep it a little bit shorter because the last two I felt like they kind of dragged on a bit longer than I was hoping for. I'm aiming for around 10 to 12 minutes, give or take, on the videos instead of uploading like a full hour of content at a time. I just find it a lot easier to watch. So in the next video, I'll talk about the optional patron that I have. Remember, please don't buy it. That's all I got for you. Y'all take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.